Alright, since the other game didn't work, we switched over to this game. Let me turn my Dota 2 volume up. It's a bit low. Alright, we switched to this Queven, I don't know how you pronounce this dude's name, versus Zamolxes. Both 5-1 teams. Should be a good matchup. Zamolxes going on the Mirana mid lane, should get this kill, but a leap coming out. Meanwhile, Kunkka and Zeus able to get the kill on the Lifestealer in the bottom lane. In your top lane, Axe versus PL, I feel like pretty solid matchup for the PL outside of the first couple levels. I think first couple levels are PL favored, then Axe, then PL.
It's pretty non-interactive at this point once you get to level 6.
Middle lane, Mirana versus Monkey King. Looks like they probably wanted to support Mirana, going for the mid Mirana against the Monkey counter. Not a bad matchup for the two. But looks like Dire has all three of the top CS leaders and about a 4k net worth at the 850 mark. I'm surprised this Lifestealer lane is losing to this Kunkka lane by this margin. I know it's a Zeus too, but looks like they got quite a few kills here. Moonlight Shadow coming out from the Radiant. Doesn't look like they're getting a lot done with this. Oh yeah, to turn my volume up too, because I turned my volume down because people were very loud in the post-game interview a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Almost killing off the Oracle with that Tidebringer.
This bot lane, this Zeus is just really annoying.
I mean, yeah, they almost just killed Lifestealer off of that.
Yeah.
Rotation in from the Shaker, boat coming out, keeping Zeus alive. Bane rotating mid, trying to sneak around the side. Monkey King just diving the Mirana under her tower. Mirana going to go down. Radiant not getting the better end of that rotation to the bottom lane. Looks like 10-minute runes coming out. Dire should get both bottom and both top. So 4 runes going for the Dire. Over a 5,000 lead already. This Radiant lineup. Like, I don't know what their timing is on this Radiant lineup. Like, Axe can get a blink eventually, sure, but Lifestealer's nowhere near Midas and is getting ganked by a haste rune on the Monkey King. Solid Fissure coming out, but just 3 deaths on this bottom lane. Bane has level 6 on top. If he wants to go for a solo kill on the Axe, will get so. Pretty much every lane losing for this Radiant team at this point.
Pretty rough game.
I don't know, I think this Dire team is one of the top 3 best teams in RD2L. Not counting my own, because I have no idea how to rate Team Sev. I'm saying just as far as like non-Team Sev teams.
I think ideally the idea with this red one is you get like a Radiance on Lifestealer and a Blink on Axe, you just like...
I mean, yeah, it's very...
lanes, but
I would say cookie cutter, but mid Mirana isn't necessarily that common nowadays.
yeah.
I think they wanted to get good matchups, and I don't think they expected this offlane Kunkka to do nearly as well as it has.
I don't know.
Because it has done very well.
I think this is what happens when you focus more on hero matchups more than your heroes. Like sure they have like
This Axe has a
theoretically they
buckler.
have
Very
all these
interesting
heroes,
pickup. It's good against the PL, but I
He's
don't
going
know if
Crimsons.
the Crimson Guard rush is the play. I mean, it's good against PL, but once PL has this diffusal, your mana is going to be gone. Especially Envy, former Immortal player, PL spammer. Like, I've played against this Envy PL, and it is not easy to play against. I'll put it that way.
Pretty good hero if you're good at it.
Let me ask Sev if he wants to try cast this game because it's a good team.
Sure.
레디언트의 중부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Alright, Axe making sure his call works. Does in fact work. Meanwhile, kill going by the Radiant Shrine on the Oracle hero. Zeus ult coming out. Axe trying to fight the Bane, getting hit by many Zeus spells. Meanwhile, Monkey King going out in the back line, trying to... Missing the Boundless Strike on the Earthshaker would have definitely killed, but... Something you can take away from that, and we are joined by Captain of Team Sev. This
I
is...
can't imagine who's that.
No idea. Yeah, we're just... this game isn't really the close at all, but I couldn't get into the other games, so I'm just casting this one instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the content in the RD2L.
I put it in content in EST Sunday, but to me it's a Sunday game, so I mean, this game's already pretty much over,
Yeah,
so
I don't see how Radiant come back.
hopefully I'll just be able to watch the Mount Ruffneck game after this, because this Dire lineup is very strong. Like I said, I really like this team.
Yeah, that lineup's pretty good.
He's like Envy used to be immortal. He's fallen off a bit, but he's still Divine 5s. Moxie's solid mid. Matador plays Divine level a lot of times, and then both their supports are super solid. You have an Ancient support and a Legend support. And this
I
is
remember
like,
I pubbed with Talus, and he's a very strong player.
yeah,
He's a really good Mirana. You don't want to let his Mirana.
yeah. Like this team is definitely top 3, not counting our team.
Who's the star player for this? Because
I mean,
the ranks
it's
in
mostly
the ranks on this Radiant team are insane. There's 2. I don't even know what that rank's called. There's 2 Guardian players on that team.
Wait. There's
Yeah,
two
I'm
Guardian
not-
players, damn.
Let me look on
And
the
there's an
site.
unranked Immortal and someone who was Ancient last season. This seems like a friend stack, honestly.
I think they
Like
got.
there's no way you have
They got
2
this
Ancients,
game.
Immortal.
This Game Boy guy isn't their normal player. I don't know why he's on. I don't know why he's playing for them.
공격받고 있습니다.
Yeah.
I think they might have just needed an actual like a player.
I mean, they do have Axe versus 3 melee cores, so there's always that comeback potential.
Yeah, but
The Earthshaker doesn't have boots yet, and he's going
like
soaring
Axe is a
before
good
the boots.
Axe is against 3 cores, but it's still Monkey Kunkka who will have boat and a PL who's gonna have a lot of
Well,
ages.
the Axe isn't going. He's not even going for Blink. He's rushing the Crimson Guard, Brown Boots Crimson Guard. I don't think that's very strong. He doesn't have a wand, and I think you guys know how I feel about people who don't buy wands. I think it's pretty stupid.
I mean,
Also,
yeah,
isn't
stats.
Monkey King one of Zamo's like big heroes? He has gold tier on it.
Yeah, he's pretty solid Monkey. Yeah, I mean, Envy just free farming on PL, has his Manta up, can pretty much do whatever he wants in this game.
15-minute treads Manta. I would assume he's going Diffusal next. He's actually unkillable unless they chain all their stuns on him, but they don't have any blinks, so I doubt that'll even happen.
Does life
They'd have to get in
have-
with the Moonlight Shadow initiation, which
Yeah, they have to like.
They have a
Moonlight
bunch
Shadow
of
into Axe
sentries.
plus- yeah,
like, this Bane just sentries everywhere.
I don't know. I think going soaring before Brown Boots on the Earthshaker is very stupid. To be fair, he's a Guardian player.
I mean, Lifestealer, it's just going for the relic. He's not even getting the Midas.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That
there's like
feels real
3k
bad.
gold.
That feels great if you get it at like 17, 18 minutes. Feels real bad if you're not
I
going
mean,
to have
even
it
if you
till
get
24
17,
minutes.
18 minutes, that still feels really bad without a Midas. Like, ideally, you'd want to get it,
Right in
like...
the middle lane, everyone's dead. He Echo Slammed nothing, they're all... Mirana might live. Yeah, Mirana's gonna live because of the Oracle heal. But he just Echo Slammed Illusions and then died.
Marana hits a 5-second arrow. Very nice, very nice.
Gonna have Radiance in a few moments.
Kunkka going to have Radiance before Lifestealer.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought this game would be closer, but I think they have a 1k player standing in for a 3k player.
That's not good.
포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Pretty rough.
Because, like, they have their 5k player, they have their mid, okay. Their offlaner is...
and their 5k player is going a really stupid item build, so...
Yeah,
I guess
like,
if he knows that his team is pressured, so he wants to get this Radiance to fight earlier, but, like, it's...
their
I don't know,
normal
at this point, I would say
4
go
player...
Armlet Deso or something, or
I guess
Maelstrom. Yeah.
their normal 4-5 player is Legend 4, so instead they have this Guardian player. I don't know.
I mean, I think there are a fair amount of Legend players that you can find to stand in, so I don't know why you go for a Guardian. Maybe he's someone's friend. Earthshaker's dead again.
I got asked to
He's
stand
about
in today,
30% of the way to his brown boots.
but hey,
Maybe he'll
progress
get them by
is progress.
25 minutes.
I mean, I think at this point you buy a Windlace. Like, that's something that supports definitely need to do
point,
more.
you just call it.
Well, I'm saying if you're the Earthshaker. Like, if you're Earthshaker here, you need to get a Windlace.
You need something.
Like, I know it's kind of like, oh, I need my boots, but Windlace...
Is this a pause 3 Mirana?
No, it's a mid
Not
Marana.
mid.
Oh, even more yikes.
I think they were trying to, like, dodge a melee hero against the Monkey King. Like, they probably early picked the Marana, so... Looking at it as a pause 4, but then it was just like...
What probably happened is... Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense, just kidding. I don't know.
I think it was early
like,
picked.
they might have like 21 picked the monkey, and then they didn't want to put... they were like, oh, our mid player plays Mirana or something.
I mean, yeah,
It's kind of
it's just
weird.
like, oh, we'll just last pick a support.
Yeah. It's kind of odd though. I don't think mid Mirana's typically something you'd want to.
I mean, it can definitely snowball. It's just, it doesn't really have a build right now. Like, she's going the Maelstrom, has the treads, double Wraithband, but just doesn't do anything really.
I mean, they got. It seems like Radiant got heavily outdrafted too. Like you let pause 4 Zeus through against a Mirana. Like, I
was really surprised that this Kunkka lane did so well. I know it's a Zeus as well with the Kunkka, but
was it Oracle pause 5?
yeah, it was Oracle Lifestealer against
포탑이
Kunkka Zeus.
I feel like Oracle has the potential to be good, but only if that player really knows what they're. Call misses both people. He's got X-boated.
He has the Crimson up,
Stacks on
but
the Monkey King, he's dead. Zeus tried to kill Steel, but he didn't get it.
레디언트의
Very
서포트
sad.
포탑이 공격받고
Just a lot of damage.
F in the chat. Yeah, they might start game 2 before they even start, like, finish game 1 of the other series, so...
포탑이 파괴되었습니다.
we're just gonna hop into a different game if this one ends. So,
Fusel, Manta done on Envy, going for a heart next.
Okay, Lifesteal has Radiance. Okay.
Lifestealer has the Radiance time that you'd want to get when you had a Midas already. He's going into the Solar Crest. I feel like you just go like maybe Mjolnir here. I don't know.
Yeah.
maybe Halberd even.
공격받고 있습니다.
Yeah, Halberd or Mjolnir sound good. Halberd does give you that survivability as well as a lot of that mischance. Mjolnir helps you clear out illusions because they really have 0 illusion clear. I think
Axe nearly has his BKB.
Mirana has Maelstrom. I honestly think Mirana should have gone the magic build.
With what?
With Mirana goes like Hags.
Oh. I mean, maybe. Call on the Monkey King in the middle lane. Echo may be going to be used for this. They need to use it if they want to get this kill.
He's already back at full health. They used it way too late. Oh, they're
Trying
still
to-
committing.
Mirana committing to this
die.
kill.
Oh, big Bane.
Bane sleep,
Bowser.
keeping his
Bowser.
monkey alive. For pause 5 Bane, Legend 1 player stepping it up. That's why they picked him Bane, I'm sure. We're not picking Drayden Bane. I don't know, Bane just feels like a super mediocre hero if you can't get those plays off. But when you do,
I like how the Zeus buys an energy booster when he has arcane boots.
what? He's just flexing on him. Sleep going out on the Earthshaker, looks like he's going
Earthshaker
down.
does have brown boots. I missed it. I missed when he bought them, but he has them.
Oh, nice.
That ward is within tower range of the mid tower, so they know it's there. But I believe it's out of range of the 2 minutes. Oh, nope, it was still in range.
Well, apparently.
They do have the Axe Blink up.
Big call.
Big call
into the
going
arrow
out.
on the bait.
Monkey should die
huge
here.
fight.
Pain as well. PL looks
gonna
like he's
die.
going down.
Yeah, PL's dead. Big TP out on the Zeus. Kunkka's in the bottom lane.
Kunkka doing his best impression of a position 1 player.
Kunkka's 2.5k gold.
I think Matador's normally a
know
mid
what
player,
item he wants.
so I think a lot of these mid heroes like a Kunkka he's going to be very good on as well. And I'm pretty sure this Radiant lineup thought it would be a mid Kunkka because Zamo plays it a lot as well. So having the ability to flex those types of heroes is very important. Especially when they're both
Looking to go
strong.
For the Solar Crest into the... Oh, he canceled it. He's just Solar Crest, but he added the Maelstrom queued up. I do think Solar Crest is pretty good against these melee
It's solid,
heroes
I
like,
just
like
don't-
Monkey King and Kunkka, but
There's no
it
one to
doesn't
put it
address
on
their bigger
himself.
problems.
It's like
Yeah,
you need someone to Solar Crest him, not Solar Crest
mean-
someone else.
he can kind of put it on the Mirana. He is going this right-click build.
Lifestealer pretty alone in this bottom lane. We'll have to just rage TP before his mana is all gone. There we go.
Yeah, he's got... Meanwhile, Mirana was looking for Monkey King top, but Monkey King just kills the wave and runs.
An interesting mechanic I remembered yesterday during a game I saw was that if you Winter's Curse someone on a PL's team, this Diffusal doesn't work on them for the mana
Yeah.
burn.
Interesting.
Would have thought it would work on your own team, but it
I
doesn't.
don't think on-hit effects proc. Like Maelstrom doesn't proc, I'm pretty sure.
But if the PL's on the Wyvern's team, he can still burn out the mana with Diffusal.
Yeah. It's just weird.
Axe has 1400 gold already.
Monkey King's
Monkey.
in with his ultimate. He is 1v.
They have-
His team's coming.
They have
His
the
team's
Lifestealer
close,
inside
but
the
they're gonna
Axe.
kill
They're
them.
on the other side of the fissure.
Oh, just kidding. Monkey King was in the trees. They couldn't get to him. Lifestealer is just dead.
The fissure blocking off the team from the Monkey King. Very unfortunate. Axe TPing out of this, but
Oh, TP gets canceled.
oh no.
He's running, but they're TPing. 2 people TPing to the shrine. He's on a... Bane's just gonna kill him here. Yep.
Very unfortunate that Ether
That was
Lens
almost
coming in
almost
handy.
really good for Radiant, but the way that Monkey King was positioned in those trees on top of the fissure made it so they just couldn't get to him. Just lacking in damage. Pretty sure if the Mirana had an Ags there, he would have died.
I mean, if 4 Radiant Heroes went on the other side of the fissure, I think he still dies, but they
He does have
still
Echo
clean
on.
up.
Big arrow on the Monkey King.
Good Shaker, very far from
Dire
items.
puts the ward up on the high ground, so they have more of a 17,000 net worth up at 26 minutes. Feels bad. Can't go in for a pipe. He's going for blink now. Pipe's pretty good against the Radiance as well as the Earthshaker. Zeus doing Zeus things. Going for the Aghanims. Zamo almost has BKB.
And once he has BKB, they just
safe
can't
play.
kill him.
Feel like he could have gotten away with going like an Ags or some other fighting item, but he just wants to end this game, so he's going for BKB. Smarter play. Envy should have heart soon.
I keep thinking it's
Yes,
Zamo
he
on the
has
Kunkka.
heart. Envy has heart now.
So Heart PL 26 minutes. They're gonna try to group around these 2 items. Maybe go for a Roche. They don't necessarily
For the
have
health
that much
balance,
damage
use
for
it.
it.
3100 HP. Level 17, minute 26. Look at the map. Vision game. Radiant warded on the outer edge of their jungle. I don't think that's where you want to be warding in this instance. I think you know that the enemy team's going to fight you around your base. You want base vision. The Dire team, on the other hand, has vision inside the Radiant base, as well as around their triangle. They do have Zeus, so they can deward a lot. I guess they placed those wards in the jungle because maybe they thought Zeus wouldn't find him, but those wards aren't helping them in the slightest. Because right now, Dire's in road.
Yeah, like obviously playing against a Zeus, not easy in terms of the vision game, but in terms of how you play against Zeus, one thing to keep in mind is that you might ward to where Zeus can get to it, but you want to be able to fight Zeus if he dewards it. I mean, it's the same playing against Slark, playing against a gem. Like, yeah, your wards might get dewarded. Very unfortunate smoke timing. Smoking right before Zeus ultimate, so Dire knows they are smoked.
공격받고 있습니다.
Wouldn't they have seen? I wasn't looking, but wouldn't they have seen it with the ward inside the base?
No, they were like on the low ground.
Oh, were they? Okay, okay.
Out the
They
base,
had
yeah.
the sentry there too, to make sure. I mean, they
Bane
might
is
have
gonna
seen
see-
one hero,
Oh, Bane
but
is gripped.
gripping on
Kunkka's
the orb.
DC'd.
Cool.
Arrow's just about to hit the illusion. Envy, big brain blocking the illusion, or Arrow with the illusion. Totally doing that on purpose. Our Kunkka's DC'd. I didn't know that until he said it in all chat.
What?
Yeah, I
Sometimes
didn't
you
know
just
that
gotta
person.
let them know.
Meanwhile, Lifestealer almost at Solar Crest. He can actually buy it right now if he wants. He's going for that bottom tower. His team's gonna die top. I don't know. I feel like you just TP top as a Lifestealer right now. I don't think you go for that tower. I think maybe you can turn this fight with the Axe Blink call.
What he needs is GPM. Please understand.
Kunkka's back in the game. They've both called G. Game's unpausing.
Alright.
Let's see this arrow
Sev-
hit this
Sev.
illusion.
So people can watch the game. We don't have to do like a radio broadcast.
Man, you
I
asked
don't
me to
know, I
cast
was-
this game, and I'm gonna fucking cast it.
I'm enjoying
I
the
mean,
radio.
I'm more of like
Oh, no.
providing analysis to this game, not like play-by-play. Both coming in from the Kunkka will not hit on anyone, but both buffs still active. Diffusal on the Marana, Shaker echoing
Big
on a
echo
bunch
on
of
nothing.
illusions. We'll get those illusions cleaned up very nice. He'll just in
illusions
the
are
base.
Oh, Kunkka dead.
Kunkka dying. Monkey.
Monkey gets ulted. They're kiting the Monkey King. Axe is gonna die. Axe might have lived there if he just had a wand. Axe calls, but the Fissure kind of fucks it.
Bane.
Bane is gonna die. Bane's dead. Double kill on the Lifestealer.
Very ambitious TP from your Bane. PL diving
By
tier
both
4s,
towers.
seeing if they can actually kill this Phantom Lancer.
Blink up on Kunkka, or blink up on Axe, but he has 0 mana, so he's just gonna click him. He's clicking him. Big Solar
They
Crest.
should kill this PL here, should being the keyword, but
I think PL's actually fine. Nope, he's
No,
not. He's dead.
quite. It was very close.
I mean, 1.5 sets of racks are down. A bit of a, not even that big of a win for Radiant with the triple buyback on your 3 through 5. If you look at damage done, not that much damage from the Monkey King, a lot from the Zeus, obviously, a lot from your Lifestealer with the Radiance, but Kunkka dying at the start of that fight, not a good omen, even with the Radiance, even with the pipe.
Still have Aegis up on Monkey King. He's going for the Mjolnir next. Runes are up. Looks like they'll get 1 rune on the Radiant side. Axe has a clarity going.
He's like, man, I really needed mana that fight.
Kunkka was gonna go blink, but now he's going back for the BKB.
Pretty
Can
smart.
respect it.
Not too big of a fan of going pipe directly into BKB, but recognizes he probably needs it. I think a halberd would be a decent alternative, but
Lifestealer going for the Mjolnir. Solar Crest purchase still feels really bad.
Lifestealer has Maelstrom, is not saving for the buyback here.
I don't think he really should.
I mean, 3 of his team buyback have already bought back, so
Radiant's bottom
if it's
Man, you kinda
Lifestealer
have to
against the
all
world, there's not much he can do. Then again, they could bait the Lifestealer and Axe Call after, technically, but not the easiest thing to do. The big thing about the Lifestealer is that when you use the crest, that armor is just gone, and Lifestealer without this crest does not have any armor, hardly.
But you're casting. Your stream is delayed too, as well.
Yeah, a little bit. Like 3 minutes. I thought about not doing it, but then I was like, why not?
Well, that makes it 5 minutes in total. So
Yeah, just figured it's whatever. Big team fight coming out. Grip on top of
Echo
his
hits
axe.
nothing.
Echo hits no one. Monkey King all going down.
Stealer dead, no buyback.
Life Stealer
Axe
Shaker
is gonna die.
both on the ground. Axe very, very dead. This just looks like
gonna
GG.
come out. Marana's gonna die, but I might kill the Bane. No, Marana's very dead. Zemo lives with 10 HP. GG's called.
They almost got the Aegis. Alright, GG's going out. Let's see what other games there are. Seth, can you try to watch this US Danielle versus Secret Order of the Good Neighbor Lodge game and see if you can get in? Because for mine, I'm just not able to get in at all. Like, it just says, cannot watch game at this time.
Waiting to watch game. Waiting to watch game. Waiting to watch game. Could watch the Ice Yeti game. Oh yeah, I can't watch the Daniel game.
That's
Ice Yeti's
super disappointing.
Erox Centaur. He's level 20 Centaur in a game right now. Gottney's in a game.
I want to watch a high level game.
Logical game. He's level 23 as a Templar Assassin.
Alright, let me just look at...
Drayden's in a lobby.
Is Bearcat team playing? Guaranteed week 1 bye.
I mean, I'm not friends with any of them, so I can look in the.
I guess I can just look at matchups.
There's Nutty Boys versus Team Liquid Poop, Pinda Fan Club versus Malkman, TI4 Silver versus Clink Topsons, Top Sons versus Bat Rider Hardly Newer.
One sec, I'm trying to find. There's one team in Sunday that's called Sad Boys.
Also, make sure to turn your thing to show net worth instead of CS.
Yeah, I forgot to change it to net worth, unfortunately. This one's in... Did they already play game 1? Or is this... Wait, is this even... No, this isn't even the right one. Trying to find...
Cast my game in an hour.
Maybe. I'm not seeing the... It's a guaranteed week 1 bye versus Cowabunga. It is.
Are you watching that game right now?
I'm trying to find it, but I don't know where it is.
Which game?
It's the...
It very well could not be. It could be unticketed.
I mean, there's an admin. There's the head admin in the game, so I would hope it's ticketed.
Oh.
It might be under a different like name though, because as you know, some teams do not use the same name from week to week. I'm not friends with anybody on either of these teams, so.
Unable to watch the logical game. See if I can watch the Ice Yeti game. I can watch the Ice Yeti game.
Let me just go to Dota Buff for RD2L. See what's up for that.
Ice Yeti game looks pretty even.
I don't know, let's look at a different one. I don't know what team I said he's on.
It's the Colonel Squid team. I stood in against them a while back.
Stood in against them or for them?
Against them. It was when they had me go Bristleback mid. And I played Arc Ward in the second game, and it went on for like 80 minutes, and we lost. Doesn't look all too interesting. It's Kunkka versus Invoker mid. Wraith King carry versus Bloodseeker carry. They do have Underlord on the ICD, the legendary True Gen hero.
What?
Let's watch this Duck It Up Kenneth versus Beldelphine fan club.
Alright, I'll just watch off of you.
Just find the hero.
Or I'll watch off of True Gen, because you're not
I'm not
on
watching
Dota.
it currently. I was gonna watch off of GD.
What? It's not even
Can't.
on here. To re-watch. What the
Is my console like not enabled?
trying to find this like game and it's not showing the game. Alright, that's super weird. Who else? What other heroes in this game that isn't in a lot of games? Trying to sort by hero. Oh, I think my Dota is bugging out. Hopefully it's just in RD2L now. Hopefully there aren't that many teams. And... nope. Actually... yeah, let's just watch this ICD game. These are both 5-1 teams. So... alright, I'm in.
레디언트의 중부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Legion Commander going down. 3 heroes were brought to the bottom lane for that kill though. Underlord picked from the Radiant. Your favorite hero, True Gent.
Yeah?
I think Seth already mentioned that, but
Yeah.
it's Underlord has a...
Kunkka pretty high up on net worth, but the game seems pretty even. No towers taken by either team at 12 minutes in. CM ults nothing.
Hey, she's farming. This Kunkka build very strong with how they're already getting Midas Radiance. Kunkka using X on the Zeus. Just...
He has the
Warning
Spirit Vessel
X.
just arrived.
Legion Commander has the Blade Mill going blink.
Spirit Vessel really good against Invoker, Bloodseeker, and Legion. Legion can purge it from his teammates though, and himself.
다이어의 상부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Ice Yeti having a rough game, but it's also a Wraith King who has Midas, so
Yeah,
he's
he has
just got to do it up.
72 last hits already, just hits the jungle. Very interesting Underlord build, going for the 404. Meanwhile,
Kunkka live.
Kunkka living with the bow buff, tries to vessel himself,
Right.
is still going to go down.
Underlord's in. Underlord has that 9 permanent damage.
Okay, he has his hood, he's something. Is
Invoker
second
having
in
a rough game.
Underlord's second in net worth, but feels like he has literally nothing.
This Invoker doesn't have a wand.
Bench running in Rupture will go down. Tries to swap. Underlord going down as well. Legion Commander is the trade. Still a solid trade for the Dire with how much farm Underlord has. Rana has
can
one
just
leap
hit
available,
all
using it,
so
but
dead.
Bloodseeker very fast. 2 more hits, maybe 3. Invoker kill stealing
Ooh,
from
nice
her.
Sunstrike. It's a level 2 Sunstrike that was really close.
공격받고 있습니다.
A lot of kill going for Invoker, helps him get his game back online. Ice Yeti doing the farm in the top lane, has Midas, has phase.
3 cores of Radiant are higher net worth than the 3 cores of Dire. It's very close though.
I mean, this Wraith King getting a little bit of me time.
I don't really know what they do to deal with this Wraith King. I feel like this Wraith King is gonna give him a serious problem.
I really like Wraith King against Legion Commander, even with the jump potential.
Yeah.
Swap on the Bloodseeker in the middle lane is going to get pitted as well, but that's just
Wait.
Benj.
I kind of like this drums build first on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, it makes him super fast, gives him some mana.
Speedy.
Can't really go the
Gives
Urn
him
because
stacks,
Invoker
stats.
has Urn. Legion Commander.
I feel like Legion Commander should have dueled that because he had 2 of his teammates. Even if he doesn't win the duel, they'd still get the kill with Cold Snap.
Can
I feel
only
like.
watch as his dear Crystal Maiden falls.
I assume this is pause 5 CM. Garbage lane support. Kunkka, absolutely massive. Stu's an absolute
Zeus-
unit going for Heaven's Help.
Zeus dying solo to a Mirana. Invoker going to
Another
get the
big
return.
Sunstrike. Invoker coming into this game single-handedly with the Sunstrike. Interesting skill build on the Invoker. Goes Quaswex and now is going back for the full Exort, it seems.
Is he 4-4-4?
Underlord TP's bottom. He's 4-5-4.
Nice, nice. Rupture going out on Underlord. Legion
Legion
Commander
walks away.
X back, but does walk away. CM probably going
Legion
down
walked
as well.
Legion walked into the Kunkka W. He's dead.
That's unfortunate. Both Tokamak and
Big
Mandarin Red
yikes.
dying. Both dying to Kunkka. Going to get a Sunstrike on the Vengeful Spirit.
This
Invoker.
dude's striking like a maniac.
I mean, that one's on a...
3 kills. Like,
That-
he was standing still.
Zeus getting X back. Should be another kill.
Zeus going Yules first. Not sure what I think about that. I guess it's a good save from the X. If he's a good Kunkka, he can just hold the torrent for when he Yuleses.
I'm not really a fan of the super early pipe on the Underlord, but it's something, I guess. I feel like Atos is very good, especially because they don't have another form of initiation besides X.
Invoker does have the Spirit Vessel and one part of his X. I feel like this Invoker should just run around with his teammates and try and get killed. Ice Yeti's farming a little aggressively. It looks like they might find him. With this Bloodseeker, they might be able to kill him with the Wex. Yeah,
Benj is coming in, has one swap up.
Not gonna have enough mana. He did one. He has enough mana now. He gets swapped. He's actually just fine. Get that Sunstrike.
Both heroes should be fine
Oh,
with the
close.
Moonlight Shadow coming out.
Unfortunate, neither cores were carrying detection. Legion has Blade Mail. Legion has a casual cloak going back for the blink. Casual cloak Legion. That's not something you see every day.
Maybe Bracer better here, but you can see where she's coming from. I was thinking with the buff to Bracer.
Where's the magic damage coming from? Like Radiance on when
You have Radiance, you have Boat, you have Vessel, you have Firestorm.
I think a cloak is much better value on the Radiant team than Dire, but it's all right. Bracer's 100% better though.
Yeah, I'd just go double Bracer, but looking to get that Blink Dagger at a decent timing. Is first on her team in net worth still, so...
Level 15 on the Kunkka, he goes to health regen. Almost has his
Scan coming out from the Radiant, going to catch this Bloodseeker. Looks like he should be going down here.
Doesn't even use the Spirit Vessel.
Max stun for Venge at level 10, so...
I don't really know what the heroes on the Dire side are doing. Like they were bottom and they got nothing off of it while their Bloodseeker died.
I mean, it just feels like a lot of anti-synergy with Bloodseeker Invoker.
Pipe saving the Venge. Just kidding.
This Underlord
There's a
very
fight
big,
on
going to
side.
try to Dark Rift out. Should be able to get out with everyone still alive, besides Venge.
They did leave the Mirage, but she has 3 leaps. They unblock the camp. They also got the ward that was on there. That could have gone worse for Dire.
Marna going
Legion's
to
gonna have Blink
Yules.
soon. I don't really know who you duel on Legion though, because
You have to duel
Gonna
Venge.
come back. The Kunkka's way too tanky with the Heaven's Halberd. Underlord's way too tanky. Yeah, you either duel Venge or you duel the
Marana.
Marana. That feels really bad when your only dual targets are the supports.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this was like a first phase LC, and so Radiant's draft plan is, okay, let's pick heroes that don't die to LC.
Yeah, it's very smart.
Which, I
He's
mean,
gonna die.
I can see
Your vessel on him, boat, he's dead.
it's unfortunate.
7k lead at 19 minutes.
I can see the Wraith King and the Kunkka, but this Underlord pick, sneaky good, I guess. I don't know, I feel like you can throw any solid offlane pick into here and it does about the same.
Centaur, Sand King, anything like that's just
Still not really a fan of Underlord. He does have 39 permanent damage. We'll see if he goes the damage at 15.
Zeus's magic stick is in his backpack. They were able to get 2 bounties on the... Or only 1 bounty. No, 2 bounties for the...
Yeah, they got
for the
2.
That's actually pretty huge. I think Radiant is in a position where they could have gotten all 4 of those, but they didn't time it correct.
Bloodseeker has his
Radiant's
Maelstrom.
coming out. Ice Yeti has phased Radiance and Midas at 20 minutes. Pretty huge. He's top of net worth with his Kunkka.
Pretty solid.
Invoker's 1 piece away from finishing his Aghanim. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on this Invoker to do a lot this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, his Bloodseeker has 1 item, his Legion has 1 item. Neither of them are really going to contribute a ton for now. Like, this Invoker really has to carry these mid-game fights. Because if he doesn't, they're just going to fall behind by 15k gold.
The problem is, this Radiant side's also fine just sitting and farming.
Well, yeah. So the pressure is on Dire to do something as well, which you never really want to be in that position where
Like,
you can't...
Dire also wants to farm, but Radiant's just going to do it faster, right?
I mean, I don't think Dire wants to farm, I just think they don't necessarily have the fights to fight. Like, this Dire team is very
with
aggressive
Maelstrom.
with Bloodseeker and Legion Commander. But they just can't fight anywhere. Because you look at this Underlord, already has a pipe into mech. Wraith King has 2 lives. Almost has... Like, is Wraith King going Blink as well, so... Going to be very active. Kunkka has Halberd.
Invoker went 2 Forged Spirits, man. Why do you not get the Cold Snap cooldown? Cold Snap cooldown
feel like
so
that's a
good,
misclick.
especially with the Spirit Vest.
I think that's just a misclick.
And there's no way that's a misclick because he did the thing where you bypass the level 10. You actively have to click on the talent to do that. Because if let's say you're level 15, you haven't taken other talents, you can take 1 talent without taking level 10 talent by clicking on it. So he clicked on 2 Forged Spirit Summon in order to level that
I mean,
up.
you can still misclick talents.
I don't know. That feels really
mean,
bad.
I do it all the time. I don't know if it's common, but...
That's actually, like, that's not game losing, but that's...
It's fight changing. Definitely. Where'd TrueGen go?
Hi.
What? Don't die.
What? I'm already
I mean, Sev's gonna dip in like 20 minutes, so you're gonna have to pick it up.
That's fine.
But also, we're casting.
Yeah, I noticed.
Invoker is high level and has his Ag soon.
Halberd finished on the Kunkka. Also has a medallion going for the crest.
He was on Mirana going for Atos.
This Kunkka build is very, very solid. I think it's definitely the build if you don't go Radiance. Like, I agree with all of his items 100%. Smoke coming from the Dire, looking for someone in the bottom lane, but Radiant just taking the top tier 2. They might find this Wraith King, but they don't have the Invoker with them.
Yeah, Legion just runs away.
Moonlight Shadow coming out, Venge TPing to the shrine.
Find the Venge.
They
Oh,
do not have
Moonlight
detection. Zeus putting down detection, late, going to die from that. Big boat coming out. LC getting hit with the vessel is going to purge it. Shrine up for the Radiant. Meanwhile, Ice Yeti just going ham in the background. Hit down as well.
Kunkka was ruptured. He's full health now. Ooh, X into the arrow. Really, really well.
3 down on the Dire team. Only the Legion and Invoker staying alive. Invoker
Alright,
maybe
just call
not.
it. Call it. This game's over.
Invoker right-clicking out of his Shadow Walk. Very questionable.
I think
And
that was
I think
definitely
he was trying to run away and he misclicked on the skeleton.
maybe. Or he just had like a bad setting or
Pulls two of the
something.
teammates to the top.
I mean,
I guess
if
they just want
you're
to hit rats.
if you're LC here, you almost have to try to save your Invoker. It's very unfortunate, but he's going to be up about the same time as Invoker will, so...
아이어의 상부
This Underlord has a
공격받고 있습니다.
buttload of damage.
우리 강화되었습니다.
He took the
Child's
talent?
Stream,
Oh,
no
you didn't
curse.
even take the talent. Come on.
I think the cast range is subjectively way better.
I don't. Especially going this build. Like, Pipe and Greaves are both AoE.
아이어의 중-
Like, Dark Rift is AoE. Like, 125 cast range on Firestorm and Pit is pretty mediocre, I think.
You can go like Scythe or Force Staff, but he didn't, so I guess you're right.
Unless you have something like a Hex, I think it's a lot better. For 125. Like, if it was 175, I think it's a lot closer, but plus 7 permanent damage? Like, if you win one fight with 5 kills, that's 35 damage already. I know Underlord doesn't necessarily right-click a ton, but it does add up.
He's going Atos now, so Atos plus the cast range can respect that.
Brings Atos to about what it was pre-nerfs.
받고 있습니다.
Invoker does have his Ags finished. I don't think he had it finished before that last fight. Can't remember.
아이어의
He's had his Bassi turned off this entire game.
Alright. Radiant taking bottom tier 2 and Ice Yeti going back to the farming. Very nice, very nice.
I said he has Blink, he almost has BKB. He's highest net worth in the game.
Sunstrike. Just scouting out the Radiant heroes. Yule's up on the Zeus. Elsie has her blink. This Bloodseeker about 1,000 from his BKB. Kunko with the full Solar Crest, 1,700 gold on top of it. So this Roshan objective is just free for Radiant to take whenever they want, pretty much. Smoke
they
up
also
from the
have,
Dire.
They also have Venge, they have Venge Solar Crest, so they take it extremely fast.
Venge going to break this smoke. Perfectly fine.
Doesn't duel. This man has 20 duel damage at 26 minutes. I feel like you want to duel that target. Guess
Think
he's
they
trying
just-
to save it for someone else.
No, I think they just killed him too fast.
He was standing right next to him. He 100% could have gotten the duel off.
I don't know. I feel like they didn't notice the Venge at first because the smoke broke so quickly, and then they just like Zeus ulted for it to blow.
Look at this Kunkka's health pool with the 25 plus 20 strength at level 20.
I mean, yeah.
3,700 HP.
That's what I'm saying.
He's unkillable.
This build with the Vessel, the Halberd, and the Crest on top of Double Bracer, like he has 41% magic res without a BKB, without a pipe.
He had heart queued up, but he just changed it to BKB. I think that's respectable.
I mean, either one really at this
I think
point.
you could get away with heart. Yeah, I mean they're 17,000 net worth up. Don't know why they're not going for Roche yet. Underlord almost has Aghanims. He has Greaves and Pipe on top of it.
You mean Atos?
Yeah.
I was like, Underlord Aghanims, that's what's up.
I don't even know what that does.
Gives your team half of your bonus damage, but I think it's just the periodic damage. I don't think it's the permanent.
It's
Yeah.
not the permanent.
If it was the permanent, it might actually be decent. I said he's still farming. Very nice, very nice. Has his BKB. Maybe going for GPM records. I don't know. This Radiant lineup can take Roche whenever they want, so... Not really sure what the hold-up is there.
I don't know, man. They're just
One thing
like,
is that I think
this game's just a losing battle for them. Like they need to take fights and they're not doing it.
for Radiant, they probably don't know that they're ahead this much. Like, they probably think they're about a 10k gold ahead, if I had to guess.
are scanning.
Like, they definitely don't think, oh, we're up 20,000 gold. Because you don't really expect that at 29 minutes. So Paul's coming out from the Wraith King disconnect. Going to check Discord. Game 2 set up for another game. Let's see. Alright, this game's pretty much over. We're gonna switch to another game in just a sec. Yeah, whenever that other game gets into their draft, we'll just switch over there. And then Sev, you just dip whenever you need to.
Yep.
I'll just switch over to your game, maybe when it's done. I don't know, I have like a little bit more calc homework to do, so might just do that between this stuff or whatever. If they don't unpause in the next minute or so, I'll just switch over to that draft. And then we can just take like a small break while they're drafting a little bit. Alright, Wraith King connected. It looks like there is a scan from the Dire trying to figure out if Radiant's doing Roshan. And they are not, because screw Roshan, we need farm. Even Venge at this point, 1400 HP, 15 armor, is going to get dueled. LC not getting this kill, has degrees from the Underlord as well. No dual damage going either way. Venge will die. Buyback from the LC. Pit down in the mid lane. BKBs from both Bloodseeker and Wraith King. Looks like Dire just on full retreat. Invoker using his combo. CM in the trees. Arrow will miss, but Torrent coming out. CM going down. Wraith King reincarnation popped. Combo on this Invoker will miss a little bit, dust coming out. Atos on Invoker. Dire just trying to get out as much as I can. Big 4-man pit from the Underlord. Double kill on him. 2 buybacks coming out from the Dire on Invoker and Crystal Maiden. Trying to salvage this fight a little bit, but Radiant just say, that's 3 buybacks, let's go Roche.
Pretty unfortunate. The Invoker got purged by LC just before the dust came out. I don't think he dies though if the dust gets purged.
Up to a 23k gold lead with Dire down 3 buybacks. This should just be Radiant pushing it up a lane.
Yes.
CM getting caught out. Should be going down. No buyback on CM.
CM came to the wrong neighborhood, unfortunately.
They still have Zeus Ult, Rupture, and Invoker combo, but missing the Kunkka combo on this Bloodseeker. Looks like, I don't even know, I think he just missed it. Zeus getting bounty runes, so
Zeus does has an arcane rune. I don't think that's gonna change anything, but
Radiant just putting the Wraith King up in front. They have the crest to put on the Wraith King if they choose so. Big Tornado coming out with the Ice Wall. Wraith King getting crested, pushing the tower. Underlord soon to join him. And this tier 3, it's like it's just going down. Life 1 down on the Wraith King. Has the Aegis still.
다이어의 중부 포탑이
Please tell me they're not backing up after the Aegis is down. Okay, they're fighting. Very nice, very nice. Legion Commander getting boat on him. Should be going down.
this fight is very split.
Bloodseeker with BKB up. Zeus Ult coming out. Not really anything Dire can do. Stun on the Bloodseeker at his base. Bench dying to CM ult. Mirana missing an arrow on a static target. Very nice, very nice. Underlord just trying to pit out of here. Really awkward fight from the Radiant. Do not get either racks in the middle.
Yeah, if I was really split.
Just feeling like Radiant
was going on.
Radiant fighting around their Wraith King does a lot better, I think, there.
Yeah. It's 3 heroes going on Bloodseeker, while the Wraith King was on the other side of the base.
I don't know, I don't know how they don't win that fight. Like, there's 3 buybacks down on the Dire, and you have Aegis in a 20,000 gold lead.
I mean, they just weren't... They were just spreading their damage too much.
If they would have won that fight, I would have switched over, but this game is good. The other game's still in the draft phase. I think. I'm not seeing any heroes, so... Wait, I see heroes. I'll just switch over. This game's pretty much over anyways, pending a huge throw.
Yeah, both games we've watched have been pretty big stomps.
Alright, time to watch Mr. Brightside versus United States Daniel.
Wow.
2 players I played on a team with a few seasons ago. The real title card matchup. For some reason my mic is streaming, even though I'm not even close to my mic. Thank you, Blue Yeti. Very cool. Alright, True Gent, you're in for a treat.
What?
Once
What
you
is
see
it?
these heroes.
Oh no. What am I gonna see?
Once you see these heroes.
Oh no.
On your Radiant side, we have number 1 Frank Stan on Gyrocopter, Hish on the middle lane, Storm Spirit, Ruffneck on the off lane, Abaddon, triple Mango Start, US Danny on the 5 Jakiro going bottom lane, and Trisoft on the position 4 Mirana. On your Dire side, we have Boomski on the Legion Commander, Tiramisu on your Pause 5, CM, Peacock on your position 1 Juggernaut, safe lane, mid disruptor from Mr. Brightside himself, and Mao FX on the Pause 4 Lion.
Right, so what am I looking at?
They picked Gyro and mid disruptor.
What the?
Or not
Why
Gyro,
do they-
Jug
why-
and mid
why-
disruptor.
Why is that mid disruptor?
He
Hello?
likes mid disruptor, dude. I don't know who won game
Why?
1.
Why is it a mid disruptor?
Let me see who won game 1 real quick.
Good thing to know. Why did they pick Jug?
Radiant won game 1.
Why did I pick Jug?
Legion Commander getting heavily nuked down in this bottom lane. Might go down with Rocket Barrage coming back up.
Oh, Fairy Fire? Salve. Okay, that's
Nice
fine.
Earth Spike coming out from Lion. This Legion has to use their salve very early. Has level 1 Moment of Courage against 2 ranged heroes. Don't know if that's a misclick or... Like, it's not even...
I might have grabbed it for the rune.
It's not even proccing at all. Like, she just got 0 procs there. Very...
I think she skilled it for the rune.
Very
and then-
awkward salve used by Gyro. Has a Quelling Blade on the Gyrocopter as well.
What?
Not sure if he knows what hero he's playing, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Gyro does not have a Quelling.
Oh, it's a Legion. I was very confused. I was like, why does Gyro have a Quelling Blade?
Yeah, I was like, hold up.
My bad, number 1 Frank Stan. You're doing great.
On the joke.
Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Especially not me. Anyways, just looking at these lanes. Middle is about even with Disruptor versus Storm. This Thunderstrike spell does a lot of damage, True Gent. I don't know if you know that.
I do. Factual statement.
Storm a little bit up in XP with Disruptor getting 2 creeps under his tower. Does get one. See if he gets the second one. Unfortunate. High tower roll. See him hitting level 2, so aura up for her heroes. Lion looking to be in a lot of trouble here.
This Lion's
He's
actually
dual
just
breath.
dead.
Dying to the Jakiro. First blood going to US Danny.
I don't know why the Lion was there.
US Danny to be exact.
US dot Danny.
Gyro still holding on to his salve. Can maybe pop it now with the overwhelming odds used. Chooses to hold it.
Probably just doesn't want to use it if he doesn't have to.
Jakiro picking up his boots. Very farmed. So both the top and the middle lanes about even with high CS, and this bottom lane is just kind of a brawl. Neither team really coming out ahead in terms of CS. Obviously the first blood coming into effect quite a lot. Mirana going down top.
Just,
CM able to get the frostbite on her. That's just a free kill for the Crystal Maiden. We'll hit level 3 off of that. Level 2 aura up. Fighting her team with nice mana will definitely help her Disruptor and her Legion Commander. Legion Commander level 3 as well. Might barely surviving on the Jakiro. Might have to just take it to base at this point. Wave is pushing into Gyro, so not that big of a deal. Mirana long walk back top, has the wand recipe. Not too sure about that one, but it is a little bit of stats. She does have leap. 0-1 build on the Abaddon, going for the more points and shield. Storm Spirit gets the stack on the medium camp. Farming that out a little bit.
CM gets arrow top, just dies. Not
It's just
much
gonna
they can do
happen.
there.
Juggernaut level 2 spin, not really doing a dot. They don't dive under tower, but Verify forced out from the Juggernaut. These lanes are really even in last hits, like
Yeah.
eerily even almost. Who's still in this call?
Many people.
Why are there so many people in this call?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I know Mr. Brightside is like a top 200 player, but I feel like if you're gonna pick this mid Disruptor, there's a lot on his shoulders, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Storm's execution in this game, Storm's just gonna jump this CM and this Lion, and Storm can even jump this Disruptor and pretty easily kill all 3 of them. It feels really bad when your mid hero is someone that that can be jumped by Storm, you know? I mean, obviously he won. Oh, big whiff on the ult from the Disruptor. That's a yikes for me. See, that's the kind of shit that I'm talking about. Like, your highest MMR player is missing his ultimate against the ancient mid player on the other team. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hish is Divine 4.
Divine.
I mean, Hish is also a mid player. Where Mr. Brightside's a 5 player normally. Not trying to make excuses, but those are just
Well, this was, you know,
normal
obviously
facts.
Disruptor's a hero that he plays, and he picked it for mid, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it seems a little arrogant even to just pick a Disruptor mid. I don't know. Like, he
I
has to
mean,
play out of his mind for
They're
me
also
to-
like already 2 and 4 without having a great team already. So I think it's just let me play fun mid heroes. So, and when you're not normally a mid player, fun mid heroes are a lot different.
Abaddon dead to the Jug. Weird leaps from the Mirana. I think she's fine. She's got 1 charges. US Danny beating the shit out of this Lion.
This lion might be dead.
They can
with
kill
another
this
dual
Lion
breath.
if they commit. I guess they don't want to. Storm's just gonna jungle and come back into this game.
Yeah, Storm just doing Storm things. Has hit level 6. I mean, as far as CS goes, doing pretty well still. Has his... Like, a lot of those are neutrals, but still fine. Going on the Mirana top lane. They are going to get the kill. Does go on the CM, so not the best, but still a kill. Meanwhile, Lion going down middle. UST rotating for that.
This Gyro has a weirdly low net worth. For what
I think he's just missing a lot of last hits.
I mean, this Legion is like 700 gold ahead of him.
Like, look at this
He
Gyro
only has
last
2
hitting
more
in the
CS.
bottom lane.
Did Dire get... How many runes did Dire get at 5 minutes?
This
I'm
Gyro
not too
needs Abaddon going down at top with the Lion rotation.
Well,
Like, this
Radiant
Gyro's not... He doesn't have his Blades of Attack. Like,
Radiant got 3 runes. I don't know why this Legion has so much more gold.
I mean,
Very
I
weird.
think she... Well, she has a kill, and she has a lot of CS as well. Like, this
I mean, he
Gyro
only has,
doesn't
like,
have any
4 more
damage.
CS. Like, I don't think it's the CS. Like, the Gyro has
Well,
30 and the Legion has
I think it's a
31.
solo kill, too. Not a good duel on the...
It's not the duel.
But
I
they-
think. Yeah, maybe it is the duel. Just kidding.
I mean, they
very
do have the
close.
Disruptor nearby, able to secure that kill, but...
레디언트의 하부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Stun out going on the Abaddon. He does have his ult up, so very hard kill to get. Still 3v2 in this top lane.
공격받고 있습니다.
Jakiro putting a little bit of pressure on the mid tier 1. Disruptor just rotating back in. Disruptor going triple null into bots. Just doing whatever he wants. Stack maybe in the top lane, not sure if they got it or if that was already there. Helping the Jug out a little bit down the line. Juggernaut going for the drum build. Has 2 components. Could have bought the
CM
crown.
being drawn on by Storm.
CM pretty dead here. Does get arrowed. Jug has the crown at base, not here. Hex going out on the Abaddon. Not sure that's the target you want to go on, but Storm definitely
On
is.
Storm.
Storm
Storm's
going to
dead.
go down. Glimpse coming out for the Abaddon. He does not have his ult up. They might be able to get this kill. Earthspike coming out. They're going to get it. That's a 5-man rotation top. CM dying compared to 3 for the Radiant. This Gyro able to get a little bit more net worth out of that, but still not having the best game. Is able to get both these runes. Radiant with should be 3 overall. Smarana needs to be very careful. Lion not level 6. But second leap should get her away. Juggernaut phase boots on cooldown still. Juggernaut getting silenced up is going to cop a 5-second arrow. Might be going down here because of that. And well, with the macro power coming down. Legion going Blade Mail Rush has the
레디언트의
robe already.
공격받고 있습니다.
Jar with a Bassi in his stash, just the phase boots, Wraithband on himself. Storm Spirit really struggling in this game, but Static Field missing again, or Static Storm missing again, does have the Arcane Rune, so not the worst. Just had to use it
레디언트의 중부 포탑이 공격받고
to get the cooldown reduction from the Arcane Rune.
다이어의 상부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Radiant considering if they can steal the stack from the Dire, but not really any heroes that can take it without Flat Cannon. CM just using fielding it down.
Respectable.
Is going to get gone on by the Storm, but Storm thinking better of it. Glimpse out on the
There's
Storm.
TPing.
He is out of mana. Gyro TPing up to the top lane, looking for a fight. They might get the Lion. I do not think they get this Jug. Unless he lands an arrow. Arrow on cooldown. Marana's still level 5.
레디언트의 하부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Not exactly what you want. Do not know if she bought a tome or not. Is going straight Yules on Marana. Legion just cutting bottom lane. Abaddon farming. Going pipe.
레디언트의 중부
Juggernaut
공격받고
finishing out his wand. Gyrocopter going drum. Storm, presume, getting his treads into Kaya. Disruptor rotating top. They are going to get duel on this Gyrocopter. Finger up as well. Aren't going to get the
Still
duel
doesn't
win.
die in time.
That's just the level 1 press the attack. Not enough.
You know, stunned for like half the duel because of rockets.
Moonlight Shadow coming out from the Radiant. Not sure what they're planning to do with this. You can see that they're Moonlight Shadowed with Abaddon farming.
Storm was mid as well. Disruptor saw him, so.
So Moonlight Shadow down for pretty decent length of time. They're up to a 2k gold advantage.
Arrow on the jug.
Chuck walking into an arrow, going to get macro-fired.
Oh, he doesn't spin in time. He's dead. Yikes.
Doesn't spin. Going to die from
United States Daniel getting the kill.
레디언트의 중부 포탑이
that. Sick macro-fire play coming out from United States Daniel himself.
Bots rush on the Disruptor. He's going for Shadowblade next. This is...
Disruptor literally doing whatever he wants, saying, if my build's so
I'm
bad,
not
why are
going
we
to adhere
winning?
to your standards.
Saying, hey, I play immortal level games. RD2L is just fun for me.
레디언트의 중부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Rip Team Wavy. Legion using overwhelming odds on one ranged creep. Does go the 4-2-2 on Legion. Bottom lane Lion just sapping some XP, trying to get a little bit closer to his Blink Dagger. Jug farming up a stack in his woods, going for a straight defusal after the base drum.
Mine being dual
Dual
top.
top.
Dual
Yeah.
top, actually getting a victory.
Disruptor ult committed for that. TP's mid. He does not have... He has bots, but he doesn't have a TP, so he might fly that out. Didn't go wand. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit has at least the stick.
Storm going for his Kaya, still pretty far away.
Getting the illusion.
Gyrocopter still going for his drum.
Gets the mana regen talent on the Storm.
They're having both cores just sitting top in the jungle for some reason. I thought I had to sneeze, but I didn't. Legion rotating bottom, 15-minute runes are coming out. Looks like Radiant will get 3, Dire just getting the 1. Stun out on Abaddon. He does not have mana, but ult's still up.
You should be fine.
Storm zipping past the Legion Commander.
All 5 bottom. He's gonna get a big, Oh, Storm
Big
zips him. I don't
freezing
know why,
field coming out.
Oh, he glimpses him back. He's dead.
Glimpse out on the Storm. 2-for-1 trade, definitely favoring the Dire team.
Don't understand how this Gyro is so underfarmed.
He just hasn't really had anywhere to go this whole game.
I'm not sure, like his CS isn't even falling like that.
That's a lot of neutral creeps, I
most
think.
of this game. Yeah.
I mean-
United States Daniel also needs to place his wards.
I think a lot of it is that this Gyro just didn't get a lot of last hits in lane. Like,
I mean, I don't think it was even that.
Marana dying bottom lane, will get frostbitten up.
Like this Gyro had like what 50 CS?
No,
10 minutes?
he did
Right
not
side
have nearly
decides.
that.
Like,
Right side's
he had
the
like
change
he had
his
like
build.
40 something.
I think he had like 35, maybe.
Going-
No, not
Going
at
Veil
10.
of Discord instead of Shadowblade.
Just standing,
Yeah.
getting
Ulti's
gone
going
on
stand-
in the middle lane, should be going down. You hate to
Does
see
die.
it.
Takes all of Disruptor's abilities to kill him. Didn't get the duel, unfortunate.
공격받고 있습니다.
Very tanky Jakiro, would like to see some bracers, but if we look at the net worth, number 1 is Disruptor. So,
Yeah,
Does-
he had 41 CS at 10 minutes, GD.
oh.
So it's not even like that bad, honestly.
I
Just a lot of
mean,
neutral
I
creeps,
feel like
I
he
guess.
could easily have 55, but like I just
Maybe.
saw him miss a lot in lane. But
I don't know.
Marana leaping in, they do not have any way to instantly catch. They have glimpse, but choosing not to use it there.
Oh, arrow onto the. Ooh, close dodge. Close dodge. Disruptor has his veil up. See what he goes next. I like that he goes
Regen.
veil instead of Shadow Blade. Bright
Regen
side taking
top.
regen for mana.
Top lane, Juggernaut being jumped
Yeah.
on does not have the spin. Is silenced
He was
as well.
silenced. Silenced because the
No, that's been on cooldown anyways.
He had
okay.
he used spin to farm the wave.
glimpse on the Abba.
Abaddon has pipe, has his ult up. I don't think they're getting this kill, but
Yeah.
Legion is rotating in.
He's dead for sure.
Yeah, Storm Spirit just saying,
Later, bud.
this Abaddon is not my problem.
Storm has Kaya. We'll see what he goes for next.
Dire still with the top 3 net worths, but very even game. Like, really dead even game at this 18-minute mark.
I feel like Jakiro Pause 5 does a lot more than a CM Pause 5 does, so we might be seeing that in these later
Juggernaut a little bit over halfway to his Diffusal Blade. Gyro
Right,
solo killed
solo
by
kill.
the Disruptor. I mean, I think this is why the Disruptor pick came out. Like, you get these bots, you're just ever on the map solo killing cores because you have this Veil and this huge magic damage. This Gyro's gonna need a BKB. I don't think Ags is the play here. I think he just needs BKB. I mean, at the same time, I don't know who's going to farm on this Radiant lineup if he goes BKB. Like, this Storm is queuing up a BKB.
I mean, they kind of need it, right?
Glimpse back
How
on the
am I supposed to
Abaddon.
actually
Does
use?
have his ult up. Does not look like they're going to be able to kill him without having Static Storm. Gyro TPing for this. Trying to turn this fight.
Alright, I gotta head out. Good luck with your cast.
Right.
Alright, good luck with your games. Does not look like Radiant will get anything off of this fight. Storm jumping in does get hexed, is shielded off, is going to get Earth Spiked as well. Abaddon very far in. Both teams with 4 heroes here. Static Storm is up again, going to use it on the Gyro. Gyro going to get Omni Slashed as well, CM ult going out. Already 1 kill, Abaddon getting frozen. 2 kills coming out from the Dire. Lion Blink is up. Going to be 3 with Abaddon. Duel coming out. Not sure that finger was necessary, but he does get the charge.
Yeah, that's
Marana
+40.
playing Creep Simulator. He's 7th in his team in net worth, but not sure if it's worth his team losing team fights. 20-minute runes coming out. Looks like should just be a 2-for-2 trade. If you look at this Marana, she just finished her Yules, while Lion already had his Blink in the last fight and was able to use it. So the Yules is a more expensive item and arguably a more impactful one if she uses it properly, but going to see if she does. Going to be a duel on the Marana in the bottom lane. They do not have Finger, but it doesn't look like they need it. Frostbite on the Jakiro as well, chasing him down. Shouldn't die with Abaddon here.
Yeah, they're also really good at a spike from the line. Stun the Jakiro, make sure they can interfere to blue.
Blink up for the LC as well, so this Dire lineup with just 4 heroes that run around the map and fight all the time. And then just a Juggernaut who does have Diffusal. Legion blinking in aggressively, does not have duel, but does not care.
공격받고 있습니다.
Blink Earth Spike from the Lion, forcing the pipe out. Abaddon going for a crest.
파괴되었습니다. 레디언트의 하부 포탑이
Tier 2 going down.
파괴되었습니다.
As well as... Wait, what other tower did they get? Did they get tier 1 mid?
They got T1 mid here.
They're just farming in the Radiant side of the map. This Disruptor just going for an Aghanims is still top net worth, so I don't know if that says a lot about this Disruptor or just the game, but Storm jumping CM mid should be a kill. Yeah, it does get the kill, but duel on the Storm Spirit is blink dueled. Abaddon nowhere in sight. Definitely a solid trade for the Dire team. Abaddon jumping in now after the fight. Lion going down as the trade, so 2 supports for Storm Spirit. Gyro also very low to, I guess, creeps. Disruptor still #1 net worth. Don't know if that says a lot about Disruptor or how the game's going, but yeah, Disruptor's still top net worth. Do you think he gets the Thunderstrike hits at the GPM?
Probably the GPM.
I say Thunderstrike hits.
I don't know. I think it just depends how early they want to end the game.
Like, it doubles the
items.
hits.
The items that Dire are building don't really say to me want to go early. It's like getting like a BKB on the Legion, or like a Diffusal on Jug. I mean, he could go to Thunderstrike hits. I personally probably wouldn't. But
You wouldn't if you ever went mid Disruptor.
I mean, I'd probably go GPM. I mean, he has like a Veil. I don't know, the Thunderstrike hits could be really good. His finger on the Gyro?
Not going to be able to kill him.
Well,
Very nice
shit.
Abaddon plays. Lion just going to go down off of this. Big Storm jump in. CM ult on the back. Storm is going to get... Or that's a Mirana. I thought Storm got hit. Buyback coming out from Mirana. CM looking to go down. 2 supports dead on the Dire. They catch the Disruptor as well. Trying to TP out. Is going to get missiled and die. Yule's on the LC. Does not look like they're going to catch him. Maybe an arrow thrown. Doesn't even go for it. Juggernaut just bottom lane going Diffusal into Manta. Not sure why he didn't go Manta into Diffusal, but...
Nope.
I mean, even as a fighting item, I don't think Diffusal Jug is that strong without a Manta.
It's pretty mediocre.
Not to mention how much Maelstrom is better at both fighting and farming, pretty much.
Shakiro is already dead.
Shakiro getting dueled top lane. Walked to try to ward, did not get the ward down. Forced a counter ward, but... "25-minute runes
like
coming out soon."
1k away from Ags. It's gonna be a pretty important item.
Looks like just 2 for 2 rune trade. Dire choosing not to really go for a fight top where they could have. Lion just blinking, or not even blinking, he just walked up and earth spiked. Another Moonlight Shadow used. Gyro just farming bottom so they can see they're in fact moonlit. 5-second arrow coming out. Doesn't look like Radiant going to do anything about it. Disruptor out used bottom. Gyro able to get out of it.
Is Mirana's going a Go Scepter? I'm not sure.
I mean, it's against the Omni Slash, but...
Yeah.
Storm jumping in middle. Looks like he just hits an illusion.
I don't feel like Omni Slash is the problem that's killing the Mirana, but...
Jakiro getting Thunderstruck up. Doesn't look like a kill will result from it. Mirana, however, looks like very dead in the middle lane. Duel 1. Just a 1-for-0 trade, looks like. But it is another duel for the Legion Commander. Up to 138 damage. So snowballing very hard off of this. Second in net worth now. Dire just pushing down the middle lane.
레디언트의 중부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다. 레디언트의 구조물이 강화되었습니다. 레디언트의 중부 포탑이 공격받고 있습니다.
Storm just spinning, trying to dissuade things a little bit mid. Looks like Radiant just denying their mid tier 2. Abaddon getting Earth spiked up. Storm jumping in, going on the Lion. This is not where Storm wants to be though. Gets Blink dueled by the Legion Commander. Legion Commander just pretty much unkillable. Moment encouraging off pretty much everything. Big Ice Path coming out from Jakiro is caught in the kinetic field. Is going to drop as well, but probably saves one of his cores with that. And just like that, Dire go up high ground. They have the press the attack on the Jug if they want to use it, but there we go. Just taking the tier 3 out. I don't know if they can get this lane of Rex, but this Gyrocopter does have his Ags up.
Should probably be going for ranged. I don't think they can get
Very
there.
questionable Omni Slash on the Abaddon. Big Zip coming out from Storm Spirit. Is going to get dueled by the Legion Commander. Abaddon, no mana for shield. Storm going to go down. Abaddon as well. Very unfortunate. Gyro glimpsed back into the field by the Disruptor. Looks like 3 cores down. Juggernaut takes an arrow. He does go GPM on the Disruptor. 4 dead on the Radiant. Looking like one set of racks here.
Yeah, they didn't look very good at the beginning with the Omnislash bouncing to the Abaddon. But
I mean, that Storm
Didn't end up
just
matching, I
jumped
guess.
way too far in.
yeah, it's happened multiple times this game.
One set of racks down.
It's gonna be at least another T3, I think.
파괴되었습니다.
They go tier 3 or do they just go Roche? Looking like they're just going tier 3. Can't go top.
공격받고 있습니다.
I don't even think they get, or maybe they do. Marana getting dueled way
They
too
do
far
it.
out. Just way too far out with how large the reach is from Dire. They do have Static Storm back up if they want to use it. BKB coming out from Storm Spear, going on this Disruptor. Static Storm coming out. Only catching really the Abaddon. The Gyro is on the far edge, but they do not have duel on the Dire or the Legion BKB. Disruptor going to base, getting mana, coming back. Legion Commander is going to die. Lion as well. Spinning on the Gyro. Maybe he dies. Not sure about the spin.
No, I don't think
He
so.
doesn't have that much. Juggernaut going to go down instead. Gyro will die to the CM ult, but Radiant pick up 4, CM will be 5. Arrow hits as well. So they do get the tier 3 bottom, but it costs them 5 heroes.
Yeah.
The fight recap, about a 5,000 gold swing from that.
Sounds about right.
I mean, they didn't have Finger up, they didn't have Omni Slash up. The Storm pretty much just hits on the Abaddon, who doesn't really care.
They just couldn't really disengage.
Like, as long as this Abaddon has
That's
mana, he's fine. We'll pick up the full Solar Crest.
This mana's going E-Blade. It's pretty interesting.
It's like runes 2/2 apiece yet again. LC top lane on the Abaddon knows he can't kill the Abaddon. LC going Basher.
Yeah, they're building 2 bashes on Dire.
Jug going Basher as well. It's pretty interesting.
I don't know if they need that much lockdown, especially against the Abaddon, but it's probably not the worst thing. Oh, LC swapped to an AC, which I think is a lot better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spectate Sev's games. I'm not gonna watch them.
Yeah.
Because I still have homework to do. I promised these guys I'd cast their game, so.
That's fair.
There's Gyro, has his full Ags BKB up. Storm, Kaya BKB, so both BKBs up for the Radiant. Abaddon with the crest. Jakiro, Yules. Marana has her Ghost Scepter. On Dire, Blink BKB, Blade Mill, LC, CM, Force Staff, Juggernaut, Manta Diffusal, Basher. Disruptor going back for the Shadow Blade. Has Ags, Bots, and the Veil. Abaddon stepping up pretty far forward. BKB used on the Legion Commander, does not have Blink up for a few more seconds. He's going to duel the Gyrocopter, who's getting healed by the Abaddon. It's not like he was going down in the duel. BKB's at the end. Very awkward fight from this Dire lineup. Disruptor and Lion, both middle lane. Looks like they killed the Storm somewhere. CM ult coming out. They do not have any way to cancel it. Jakir going to go down trying to stop it. No ult on Abaddon either, so 4 down for the Radiant team. Looking like 5 with this Gyro. Where did Storm die? Storm died in like the Radiant jungle.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
sure how that
super
happened.
weird. Did he just get stormed?
공격받고 있습니다.
He died to Lion.
Like Lion Disruptor? Or
Just Lion.
what?
Oh no, he got stormed for like 1 tick. Like just before he died.
I mean, it's something. Double buyback coming out from the Radiant. Arrow coming out. Doesn't connect. Glyph coming out from the Radiant as well. They have Storm back up and Finger. They do not have Omni Slash for another minute. Storm, big zip in, has his BKB up, is going to go on the Crystal Maiden. Juggernaut stunned by the Ice Path. Jug does not have spin up, will go down. Giving his life for a melee Rax. Looks like CM will be the next hero. Lion getting used up, double Ice Path coming out, very nice from Chikiro. 3 down for Dire. So they get the melee Rax bottom, but cost 3 heroes. This Juggernaut really needs an Aegis.
He's something for sure.
Like he only has 2100 health. He has a lot of armor because of his agility, but Dire keep taking these fights and then trying to take objectives off the fights while Radiant have all their cooldowns.
Yeah.
Wow. Dire getting 3 runes? Nope, it's just 2 for 2 again.
Just 2-2. Yeah. Let's see. Char's going Satanic. Storm is going Orchid.
Guess he just really wants to silence. I mean,
Seems a bit late for an Orchid, but I guess it's
he
fine.
just needs
I
a
don't
damage
think
item.
Dire doesn't really have any. They don't have a Lotus. They don't have like any glimmers.
They
The only
have
way they can remove
the
it
press.
is like press the attack, but I think for pickoffs that wouldn't really matter too much.
I mean, he just really wants to get in on this CM and Lion.
This Lion is going a Shadow Blade.
Abaddon
I think.
almost has Halberd up. Jakiro hits his level 20, has his GPM. Marana getting close to her E-Blade. I guess trying to E-Blade whoever the Legion jumps.
Yeah. I think that's the idea.
CM almost has her Aghanims. Has it actually. I don't know why she has an Ags, but meanwhile, bottom lane Disruptor killing off the Storm pretty much solo. He's not going to be able to TP out from here, but his team rotating should just be a kill. So trading off mid for mid. Meanwhile, Dire just take a Roche. Juggernaut should be able to go in there and do a lot of damage. Radiant, no, they're in there. Not sure if they can do anything about it. They're coming. Our Moonlight Shadowed. CM Juggernaut going to take the 5-second arrow. He's going to get purged from the Legion Commander. Buyback from both mid laners. Duel coming out on top of the Jakiro. Not dying directly to it, but dying eventually. Looking like Dire taking this fight. Double buyback. Buybacks everywhere on the two teams. Dire taking the Roshan, but Abaddon getting the Aegis. Big Static Storm coming out. Dieback on the Storm Spirit. Aegis going down as well. Abaddon does not have ult for 20 seconds. Juggernaut taking a 5-second arrow will be going down.
Big arrow.
So looking like a dieback from the Lion as well. Big fight for the Abaddon. Abaddon getting like 2,000 gold and the Aegis off that fight. No, lanes aren't even pushing in that much. Yeah, if you look at the levels in this game, Disruptor's 25 and Abaddon's level 25. Jarrow's about to hit it, but...
That's about you'd expect, honestly.
Jarrow going right for his Satanic. Yeah, Abaddon has the XP gain talent. Takes the Mist Coil, takes the damage, takes the Aphotic Shield health. Yeah, Abaddon with the full halberd and having a plate mill. Could go the Shivas, could go the AC. His Storm is a very struggle position right now, though. Has used 4 BKB charges. Is 6th in net worth by a considerable margin, and just had a dieback. I mean, there's a lot of space for the Gyrocopter, though. Pretty much having the Satanic if he wants to forego buyback for it.
Yeah. I think he probably will.
Juggernaut almost having enough for his Abyssal Blade.
I feel like the Satanic keeps him alive for pretty much anything that isn't a static storm. So.
Yeah. And even then, the Side Gunner Satanic does a little bit.
Yeah. It's not nothing, for sure.
Moonlight Shadow coming out from Radiant. Juggernaut spinning. Does not have a TP on the Jug if they can try to get initiation, but...
His wounds are going 2 for 2 again.
Storm underneath the Sentry Ward. Might look to jump him here. Abaddon nearby, 5 heroes from the Radiant. Pretty much perma-kinetic field from the Disruptor now. Game slowing down a little bit. Neither team having that many buybacks.
I think Radiant wants to take a fight.
Gyro has buyback, Legion has buyback, and CM has buyback. Static Storm coming down on the Storm Spirit, not able to get his BKB off. He's going to go down to this. Abaddon on the high ground. CM, big ult coming in from her. Gyro not able to take her down. Abaddon has his ult, but getting pretty low. Jakiro as well. Going to get fingered. Abaddon glimpsed back. Going to die. 3 dead for the Radiant team.
You may be a bit aggressive.
Meanwhile, tier 4 going down middle. Also clearing out the bottom range tracks. Buyback coming out from the Abaddon. Storm does not have buyback.
Yeah, no, invading enemy jungle when you're behind when the shrine is active is a bit ambitious.
Well, it's unfortunate because
Definitely funny.
meanwhile Hex going on the Abaddon has ult up. Static Storm up as well. Going to just hit on the Abaddon. Legion Commander hitting very low is going to BKB. Run away. Stun on the Gyrocopter is going to be purged. Duel on the Gyro. Going to lose the duel. E-Blade coming out onto him. Gyro BKB going off now. Does have the Satanic. A bit ambitious from the Legion Commander. Jakiro pretty much solo killing Lion on the backline. Lion barely going to live, is going to die to the Storm Zip. So just like that, Dire take a good fight, and then Radiant buys back one hero and has other cooldowns.
Yeah. Dire punished right back, I guess.
The CM build is super weird.
It just feels like Dire's not able to win 2 fights in a row.
I don't know, I feel like Dire has a lot of questionable items.
Yeah, for sure.
Radiant's top shrine is under
Lion has the Shadow Blade.
He has a no, Lion has the Shadow Amulet. He doesn't have the blade. Unless he
No, it's
has
on the
on courier. Is it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why he needs that. Should definitely be a Glimmer Kit.
Like, Jug doesn't have a Maelstrom yet, is going it now, but CM has an Ags.
CM has an Ags when they have
They have a lot of
3 different ways to cancel it. They have Arrow, they have Ice Path, they have Storm Zip, they have Rocket. Pretty much everyone
They
but
have
Abaddon
Orchid.
can cancel it. Yeah.
I mean, Abaddon can
She's
cancel it
got-
too if he hits CM 4 times.
That's true. Not particularly likely with the freezing field attack speed slow though.
I mean,
It's not
if he gets an AC,
insignificant,
it's about even, so...
Oh, he is going AC. That's true.
Game slowing down a little bit again. Scepter farming out top. Radiant maybe making their way towards there. They do have Moonlight Shadow up. Abaddon being jumped on, but it might just be a bait. Radiant are rotating in. Arrow on the Lion. He is definitely dead here. They are going to have a questionable duel on the Abaddon. Not sure what that one's about. Omnislage coming in, bashing the Gyro. Does have Satanic up, is able to heal through it all. Juggernaut not able to fight this Gyro at the time. Meanwhile, Disruptor going toe-to-toe with Abaddon is able to kill him with the Refresher ult. Gyro able to get a triple off of that, going to be an Ultra. Maybe killing the Jug as well, depending on how far he wants to go in. 3 for 4 trade coming out. Looking to be 4 for 4. So only the carry is surviving. Creep's almost killing the tier 4 tower in the Radiant base. A very sloppy fight from both teams. Dire salvaging it with a double Static Storm, able to kill off the Abaddon. A very questionable duel coming out yet again, dueling an Abaddon who still has his ult.
I was gonna say this Jar has like 9k gold, but he just bought out his butterfly.
Like, I know you want to get the Abaddon out of the fight to where he can't shield or mistcoil anyone, but I don't feel like you duel him to do that. Maybe just a lapse of judgment by the LC player. Their tier 4 does go down for the Radiant.
공격받고 있습니다.
I think if you're the Jari, I could be considering getting a rapier here.
Yeah, I mean, as you saw in that fight, they pretty much couldn't
Yeah.
kill him.
Yeah.
This Juggernaut is not close to an MKB. has the Maelstrom, so we'll be able to get a few attacks into the Gyrocopter Butterfly, but
공격받고 있습니다.
this Gyro doesn't really die. They don't have any way to cancel off the Satanic either.
Jar hasn't died for a while.
Like, they have no purges on the Gyro. So he's going to get this Satanic off if he's not stormed. And even if he is stormed, he still has the double lifesteal from both the side gunner and his regular right clicks. Roche spawning in 40 seconds. Should be a contest from the Radiant. No reason why they shouldn't.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Only reason is if the waves just get way too far pushed in. But Storm Abaddon looking to remedy that a little bit. I like how Obi posted something in the chat 33 minutes ago and I just responded.
Excuse me.
Very responsive streamer here.
No.
Radiant's
I mean,
top
I don't
shrine.
expect anyone to say anything, so.
That's fair.
Already, or Dire just taking out the top shrine, opening up Roche a little bit more for them.
Top shrine has fallen.
They should be checking it any moment now to see if it's up. Maybe they take this tier 2 first. Moonlight Shadow coming out from the Radiant. Dire should know this. Lion getting ice pathed up. Catching an arrow as well. Lion looking to be going down. Legion Commander dueling Jakiro is going to get E-bladed. Storm coming out from the Disruptor. Jakiro going down, but Legion Commander looking to be the trade. Double Storm coming out. Storm going down. Gyro able to get his BKB off before the second Storm. Abaddon taking the entire Omni Slash. Legion going down. Storm flying back into the game. Legion as well. Gyrocopter just not really caring about anything. Juggernaut spinning, not really getting anywhere. Storm dying back. Did he burn off all the mana on Storm with that spin?
레디언트의 요새가 공격받고
No, Storm zips and then Goku's.
Abaddon getting hexed up, does have 10 seconds left on his ult. He's going down. Gyrocopter against the world at this point.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Alright, Sneeze done. Jug getting pretty low. They are kiting Gyro pretty well here. He does have Satanic on cooldown. Might be able to kill him. This kinetic field lasting literally forever. Buyback coming out from Gyrocopter. Duel on the Mirana. Already E-bladed, but still should just be going down here. Gyrocopter against 4 heroes. Radiant or Dire can just right click the Ancient at this point.
There's not much Jar can do.
Gyrocopter trying his best, but the mid disruptor just too strong in this game as Radiant calls GG.
Yeah.
It's a classic 1-1. It's
You
not.
know, pick me Disruptor. It is what it is.
I mean, I'm
It
saying it
worked.
was a classic 1-1 with Radiant winning
Yeah.
game 1, and just sometimes you just don't expect the mid disruptor, even though he literally picks it like every week. But I mean, it's good against Storm, so
Yeah.
like at some point Storm just can't lane because it's very annoying. I keep sneezing. Anyways, I'm gonna try to get a post-game interview. Don't know if I'll be able to, but going to at least try. Oh no, mode bedridden. Feels bad, man. Anyways, thanks for watching. Probably not gonna cast Sev's game. Probably just gonna watch it because I have homework to do and my voice is shot. But that's it.